We at Wandong Primary School would like to show our respect and acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which our school is situated, of elders past and present. We extend a warm welcome to everyone who visits our school. We acknowledge and show respect for the Aboriginal culture and the heritage and the ongoing relationship the traditional owners have with their land. Welcome everybody to Assembly. Please stand up quietly for the National Anthem.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strength, then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our rolling southern cross, the toil with hearts and hands, to make this Commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. Those who come across the seas with boundless claims to share, with courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strength then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Week 2 Assembly. What a week it's been, and what a shock to suddenly get out of lockdown and be back in classes this week. I know we were super surprised, but really excited to see girls and boys coming through those gates again. As hard as it was, because we saw some dreary eyes walking in, getting out of bed was super tough. But we are so grateful to have you back in our classrooms and back with your teachers. And I'm sure mums and dads are pretty excited as well. A reminder, 3 to 6s for next week. So next week, we've got our foundation to year 2 are back all week, just normal as ever. Our 3-4s, you are welcome back on site on Tuesday and Wednesday next week, and 5-6s Thursday and Friday. So 3-4s, you've done a great job in staying in remote learning and doing your tasks on Seesaw. So well done for all of that. And we're excited to see you next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Remember, 3s to 6s next week to bring your mask and make sure that you're wearing them in your classrooms. And there's some more about that from Miss Woods, and also we have a special little video for you as well. Mums and dads, have an amazing weekend, and our students this weekend, I know tonight, I'm going to a restaurant, which seems a little bit of a novelty. What an exciting adventure though, being out of lockdown in Mitchell. Please everyone, stay safe, stay well, and I can't wait to see you all again next week. Have a great weekend.
Just a reminder for the 3 to 6s to be wearing a mask next week and try to social distance so we can all be safe.
Jackson from 516, what have you been most excited about coming back to school?
Playing footy and cricket with my mates.
That's Charlie from 516, what are you most excited about coming back to school?
Seeing my friends, because it's been 5 years!
This is Amelia from 56C, and what are you most excited about coming back to school?
Seeing my besties.
That's good.
Good afternoon, everybody, and a big warm welcome back to all of our students in Foundation to 2 and grades 5 and 6. What a big shock announcement that was this week. It was a really lovely surprise to be able to hear that all students, obviously with the exception of our 3-4s that will be back next Tuesday and Wednesday, were able to come back to school as of yesterday. So that's really, really exciting. Not long before everybody will be back on site every single day. So we really look forward to that, and it was super exciting to see all of your smiling faces coming through those gates yesterday. Now, there's a little bit for us to talk about today. And first of all, what I did want to talk about was the fact that it's a bit overwhelming coming back to school after so long being at home. And I just wanted to let all of you know that that is completely okay to be feeling that way. If you were a little bit worried coming back to school yesterday, or you felt a little bit worried coming back to school again today, or if you're yet to come back and you're in grade 3 or 4, please know that you're not alone in feeling like that. And often what happens is when we're away from somewhere longer, it makes it a little bit harder to return because we feel a little bit overwhelmed and we haven't seen our friends for a little while and we're not sure how things will look when we come back. But let me assure you that school is the same place as it was before you all returned, and it's the same place now. So there's lots of people here to support you, all of your teachers, all of the education support staff, and all of your peers are here to help you get through those tricky days if you're having them after returning back. There's lots of things we can do to help you feel safe and happy having been back at school, and know that it's obviously a lot different to remote and flexible learning, but we will all get through this together, and we're very, very hopeful that we will be at school for the remainder of the term. So that's the exciting news there. And I hope that lots of you really, really enjoyed seeing your friends yesterday. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about something new that will be happening next week for students that are in grades 3 to 6. Now, this is probably something else that some of you might be feeling a little bit worried about because it's something new, something that you haven't had to do in the past. And usually, that's the case. We do get worried about things that we're not really sure about. So what I am referring to is that all students in grades 3 to 6 will be required to wear a mask at school when they're in the classroom as of Monday. Now, I've brought along to show you some different examples of some masks, and I've only got a couple here to show you, but you'll see. So this is one that we can wear and then we can throw away. This is obviously our school mask, and I believe there is some that you can purchase through the school office. Not many left, but there is a couple. And you can also get ones in beautiful different patterns. Now, the exciting thing, boys and girls, is that there is no requirement that you need to wear a mask with school colours. You can get all sorts of funky masks. I know last year I ordered some lovely masks with some nice patterns on them, and I've seen already getting around in the school grounds some really exciting masks with fun characters on there, lots of different designs out there that I'm sure your mums and dads have already been looking into getting for you. So in terms of wearing a mask, boys and girls, I'm going to show you how you actually wear them. So you can see that there's some elastic usually on the side of them. And with a mask, we need it to be covering our nose and our mouth. And the reason that's the case is because if we have a cold, we don't want to be passing it on to somebody else. And as we know, coronavirus pandemic has been spreading quite quickly and is quite contagious. So the reason we are wearing masks is to try and keep that risk down and make sure everybody is staying well and safe. And by doing that and covering our nose and our mouth, if we are unwell, the chance of other people getting that is very, very low. So if you have a mask at school today, you can do this with me. Otherwise, you can watch this again at home and you can have a bit of a practice at how that works. So what I want you to do with this elastic is I just want you to put your mask down under your chin and see how it hooks just right, like that, over your ears. So I want you to pop it over your ears, and then it's easy enough to lift it up over your nose. Now you can see that's over my nose, but I can still talk and I can still breathe as well. Now the really exciting thing about this, boys and girls, is it actually makes your face nice and warm. So I quite like wearing them because it's a bit of a face warmer in the morning, especially when it's cold. Now, what I am going to show you, And lots of adults can have a laugh about this because you've probably seen people in public wearing masks in all sorts of different ways. But I'm going to show you what's not a safe way to wear a mask. This is one of them. Now, if this is sitting under my chin, then it means that I'm not keeping anybody safe if I was unwell. It means if I coughed or I sneezed, that's all going to go out into the air and potentially make somebody unwell. So this is not wearing a mask safely. We have to have it up over our nose, okay? Wearing your mask like this is also not the safe way to wear your mask, because it looks like a bit of an earring hanging down there, doesn't it? And it's not going to be doing a whole lot if it's hanging off your ear. Now, the other thing, boys and girls, that I did want to address, and there's lots of different ways that I could show you what's safe and not safe. This is a different way that sometimes people have been seen wearing their masks. Now, one of your teachers in your classroom maybe like to pause for a minute, and I want you to have a chat about if you think that this is a safe way to wear your mask. Okay, so pause now and have a little bit of a chat. I bet you all guessed right. It is not a safe way to wear your mask because your nose isn't covered. So remembering the safe way to wear a mask is to have it up over your nose and your mouth, okay? And when you need to do this, boys and girls, is when you're inside. So if you're in the office, if you're in your classroom learning with all of your peers, that's when you need to wear your mask. But when you do go outside on the playground, you don't need to wear your mask, okay? So please remember to leave your mask inside at your table, because then we can make sure that we don't have lots of masks lost out on the yard, okay? Once you start to wear your mask, you will get used to it, I promise you. It's something that even adults weren't used to last year, but you will get used to it, I promise. And we are all here to support you in learning how to wear your mask so that we can keep you safe and keep everybody else safe at school. If you're feeling worried about anything, please talk to your teacher, or please make sure that you come and talk to me, Mr. Warren or Mrs. Morrow, because we are all here to help you as well. Good job, guys. Now, very, very quickly, I know because I've talked long today, is a reminder about hats. So now that you're back at school and we are in term 4, it is the term where we need to reenact our Sun Smart policy, which means all students need to be wearing a hat when they're outside. Now, the UV rating in terms 1 and 4 is at its highest, so we need to make sure that everybody's skin is safe from the sun. So remember your hats if you don't have them back at school already. And lucky last, I am going to flick up on the screen in a moment our house points leaderboard. Remember, this is now our cumulative total for the entire year as we head towards the end of the year, and hopefully are able to have our swimming carnival, which will enact lots and lots of points. Keep smiling. We are glad to have you back, and I can't wait to see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye for now.
Congratulations to all the students of the week. Have a great weekend and stay safe.